Hey y'all, it's my review for Basketball Wives, episode 6. First and foremost, I apologize for this hair situation. It's going to be handled tomorrow, so I'll be able to look like myself again. So we are 6 weeks into this franchise, and it's still giving meh, like collectively. I'm still going to review the show because y'all are watching. Y'all are probably watching my review, so y'all don't have to watch the show. You're welcome. But yeah, let's get into this episode. So we open the episode with Brittish, and she's visiting Angel Brink's store. I'm assuming it's the day after she stormed out of Brandi's tasting because all the women were discussing her relationship. Angel thinks that she may need to take a break from all these women, and rightfully so. I mean, being in this little atmosphere can be very stressful while being very pregnant. British and Angel are discussing how Jackie has now meddled in both of their relationships, and it seems like Jackie is a real champion for women staying with toxic men. And Jesus Christ, I am tired of seeing this queen of the damn maternity wear that Angel is wearing in her confessional. Production, spare us, please. British again goes talking about her toxic baby daddy and how if he just acts right, she'll be back with him. Just two fools talking to each other. Next scene, we're with Duffy talking to her man, the 6'6 Persian, and she's telling him about what Rockstar said from messy-ass Jackie. It seemed like her man ain't that worried what Rockstar said because it's a general consensus that everyone knows that Rockstar is a messy sissy that involves himself in women's business. They then get on the topic of her retiring from DJing. It seems like she agreed to do so after her one last gig with French Montana, and she says she wants to find a different career path afterward. But according to her man, it seems like he doesn't want her to work at all. He wants her in the house. Duffy lets him know that she will not be confined to the house, and she wants to pursue dreams of her own as well. Now, he says he's supportive, but I'm not buying it. Next scene, we're with Malaysia, Jackie, and Jennifer, and they're doing this aerial exercise that you see in every single reality show. It's like a reality show stereotype, almost like goat yoga. And after they finish doing that for 5 minutes, they go and have a seat to talk about Brandi's gathering the other day. Jackie thinks people are trying to twist her intentions, but no, you just messy. So it looks like Jackie wants to schedule a ponderosa between all the ladies, even the ones that are beefing. Everyone is invited. It's going to be at her podcast. Jackie has a podcast? They just giving everybody a podcast these days. Jackie also says she wants to clear the air amongst the ladies who have issues, particularly it seems like Malaysia and Brandi. She says some BS about keeping the foundation of their basketball wives sisterhood. Basketball wives? Like, who's a basketball wife on here? Like, who is dating a current player in the NBA? That's what I want to know. I bet you the actual basketball wives that don't want to be on reality TV are laughing at them right now. Because still, this show is giving hoop dreams and heifers or free throws and floozies. Next scene, we're with Jackie shopping for podcast equipment, and she's joined by Brandi and Twin 2. Jackie lets them know that she's inviting all the women to the podcast and asks Brandi where does her and Malaysia stand. It looks like there's still bad blood between them, and she brings up how she brought her alligator sissy to the last event, how they got into it. But she does get emotional when talking about Malaysia. I really am tired of this. Like, they basically can just have a mature one-on-one with each other. Again, I'm still not buying that they're not friends. Like, I feel like they are acting. Personally, I'm just over it. Next scene, we're with Angel at her house, and she's talking to her son about moving him to a different room now that the baby's arriving very soon. He seems not to be on board with this, even though she offers him the guest house. Like, I think he's like 13 or 14. Look, I would be ecstatic if my mom gave me my own guest house away from where they are. But it seems like he doesn't want that. He wants his mom's attention. This is precious. And we find out that this is the same kid that we saw younger in the flashback. Angel's house is beautiful. It seems like she's the only cast member who doesn't look like she's living paycheck to paycheck. He says when his sister was born, that's when less attention was on him. And now even less attention is going to be here now that the baby's coming. She gets emotional hearing him say this, and he gives her a hug. Next scene, we're at Jackie's podcast Ponderosa. All the ladies are arriving, and it looks like Angel decided to take the hiatus from the ladies, so she's not there. Twin 1 walks in, and we see Brooke giving her a dirty look. We see Malaysia just waltz in late and getting dirty looks from Brandi now. So it looks like Jackie's going to be interviewing the ladies one by one, starting with Malaysia. By the time we're on Twin 1 and hearing some of these ladies' stories, I can't believe anybody would date an athlete. We then get to Brittish talking about her man, and he truly sounds like a terrible person. This man has had her following him through Europe as he lives out his dreams, only to cheat on her and leave her as a single parent. But the way she keeps holding on to the idea that they may reconcile one day is definitely giving Stockholm Syndrome. So later it looks like the podcast is over and no drama happened, and they didn't even talk about the differences they had with one another. Didn't Jackie say that in the beginning? Like that was the whole purpose of this podcast Ponderosa? They just wasting our time. And we're like at the 35-minute mark. I can't with this show, y'all. Lord, so now we're back with Angel as she's in self-isolation from the other ladies and she's talking to her kids. Fast forward. So next scene we're with Brandi and Brittish. They're at Brandi's house right now and they are talking about her baby daddy Lorenzo again. Brandi tells her, like, I understand that he's done all this stuff to you, but I think you're still in love with him. And I agree. We then cut to Brittish in her confessional describing her relationship with Lorenzo when they were together. She said, oh, it was toxic, but it was a good relationship. Girl, what? Isn't that an oxymoron? I'm in a toxic yet good relationship. Okay, she is delusional. Brandi and Brittish, it seemed like they had this mentality that staying with a man that just does foul shit to you and you just sticking it out is somehow noble. And they're just wearing it as a badge of honor. Like they're bragging to each other, girl, I didn't listen to my family, I listen to my friends. Like I'm doing what I feel. This show. And I feel especially sorry for Brittish because she is talking about this man ad nauseum and he is not thinking of you. And speaking of which, we're with Brittish again. This was a Brittish heavy episode. She just needs a whole spinoff dedicated to her foolishness, followed by her getting arrested for PPP fraud. So she's talking to her baby daddy on FaceTime right now. And she's furious at him because he has a current girlfriend. Correct. He has a whole girlfriend right now and she's still thinking about reconciling with him. I'm sure that's the root of the issue of why she's mad at him in the first place. But anyway, she's mad at him because she sees that his current girlfriend posted a picture of her daughter on her social media. Now, that isn't cool because she said that she hasn't even met this woman and she's doing this. She has every right to be mad. But what sucks is her baby daddy doesn't really see an issue with it. But yet she wants to get back with this man. So as she's going back and forth with him, she then just hangs up on him and storms off into her room. I bet even after this, if he wanted to get with her, she would willingly go back to him. But anyway, when are we getting to the fraud charges? Because I don't care about this plot line between her and her toxic baby daddy. Next scene, it's a fourth wall break moment, and we see production getting ready to interview Brandi for a confessional. We then see this producer getting a call from Brandi saying she's not going to be able to make it because she's going to the hospital. She then discloses to the producers that there's a possibility that her cancer has returned. They leave it on that cliffhanger, and that is where the episode ends. Now, I know it ended on a serious moment, but who is that producer? Because he kind of fine. I need to go rewind and see if they put his name there. Or just look in the credits. Again, y'all, look, it's a little dry over here, so I'm distracted easily. Anywho, I'm assuming production got permission from Brandi to air that recording. Otherwise, that would be extremely foul. As far as the episode, it's another like, I need more. And I'm pretty sure this review is only going to be 10 or 11 minutes. But yeah, y'all, that was the sorry-ass episode. I'm hoping episode 7 is better. With that, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all for a more interesting reality show. Bye.